Hello, my Zentangle friends. This is Barbara Langston, CZT. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and welcome to another session of Not Perfect Zen. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the month of November. I did not do the Inktober videos, and I'm not doing the GratitangleZ videos, but I did share on my YouTube community page this image for GratitangleZ 2025, and that's a Facebook group, and not everybody who follows me here has access to that, so I put it on the community page. And I have done almost all of these patterns already in previous videos, but there are some that I have not, and I have a little asterisk next to those. And so I'm going to do those a little at a time this month, not necessarily in order, because I'm going to do well who today. Today is November 6th, and I thought I would just go ahead and do that one for you. I will be using a Micron 01. I think what I have here is a Micron 05, what I was pointing with. A Micron 01, a Zentangle 3.5 inch tile. Let's move this out of the way. I'm going to do this one a little bit different, so let's remember there's no mistakes. And I'm just going to say, what if? What if I do something different? And I do want to say that I went to Heather Hartwick Gladden's website, her YouTube channel, and watched some of the things, the videos that she had done for Well Who, and I am inspired for this tile by what I saw on her video, and I will put a link down in the description. So I usually have, you know, the little bijou tile, and I'll show you real quick. I started working on that. It's just so tiny. It's so hard to put all the steps on there. So I'm just going to show you on my phone. And let's zoom in just a little bit. And you can get to this on your phone too, but I just want to show you what we're going to do. And then when you get down here to these last steps, see all that? All those lines that you need to put in. And then one thing I didn't know or notice until Heather pointed it out is these little marks that Maria put there. But anyway, I am going to do this one today because I was inspired by Heather's mom, and I'm sorry I can't remember her name at the moment, but she did one similar to what I'm going to show you. So I'll be using my watercolor brush pens. These are dual brush, which means they have a wide brush and kind of a marker type tip, if I can get it open. And this one is a Tombow, and these two are Artist Loft. And then a watercolor brush. All right, there we go. So this one starts with an orb in the center. So we're just gonna find close to center. And then we're just gonna put kind of like the takeoff and land. And we're just going to go toward each corner first. And this will be a monotangle. And it ends up looking like a poinsettia. Poinsettia? How do you say it? I don't know. Poinsettia. Sorry, you know what I mean. Okay, so now, right in the center, we're going to do the same thing. You can take off and land, however you want to do that. And we're not going to come up quite as tall as these, but close. Okay, about like that. And one more. Okay, and now next to these, kind of halfway in between actually, we're going to put another orb. And we're going to do that all the way around. It's going to end up looking almost like a circle. Okay. And I'm trying to put them at about the same distance from the center on each of them. And it's not going to be perfect, I guarantee it. And I will tell you, I struggle with this pattern. I have struggled with it since it came out. But anyway, we're going to like it anyway. We're going to be happy with what we do. So at the tip of this, the longest ones that go to the corner, we're going to do that. Or you can take off from here and go up. But this is the way I do it. Come out, a little bit of a curve, and then land there. All right, let's do that on all four sides. Again, do what's comfortable for you. Okay. One more. So these kind of look like the tip of leaves. The next thing we're going to do is come off of that and go to this tip. Okay. Do that on all four sides. Okay, so there's that. The next thing we're going to do is just put some lines across there. Okay, and while we're here, we're going to come down off of that orb down to the center. Okay, so we started here. Let's put a couple of just C curves. And then again, we're going to come off of this while we're here, down to the center. Okay. Well, couldn't see what I was doing. All right. And you can see these don't all look the same. It's okay. All right. Now we're coming around down to here and to that one. Okay. Now, in that first one that I showed you, they had like just below where I put these, put these little things. Let me bring it up. Okay, here. Okay, so these little, I call them eyes. Oh, it looks like eyes under here, and then it ends up to me looking like kind of a squid or something. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do all that. excuse me. But I am going to just put a few lines up in this top part. Auras, we are auraing. Okay, so do I just keep going around like that on each side? Okay. Next. So today is Thursday, November 6th, and I have cancer surgery on the 13th. So I am going to try to do at least one more video before then. I will be in the hospital for one night, but I just have no idea how I'm going to feel. So that's why I'm saying with the Gratitangles, I will do them as I can. If you have a Facebook account, I encourage you to go to the Gratitangles Facebook group. If you have access to that group, then Lisa Anderson, who runs that group, has a different gratitude that she shows each day for that pattern. So a gratitude to go with each pattern. So that's really cool. Actually, I'm not going to do that first. Okay, I'm starting the center, and I'm going to do pink first. So below here where we added our auras, and this again was inspired by looking at Heather's group. Oop. Okay. And you can also use this other end. Let's see how that works for us. Probably just as good. But I'm going to use this one. If you have pastel pencils or colored pencils, whatever you have, you can use that. Oops, see, this is kind of a fat tip, so it's going into that other side. But that's okay, I'm going to put red over there next. Okay, and one more. Okay. I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. Kind of waving it around. All right, and I'm going to put green up here on top. Okay, and I'm just going to do the edge, because I don't want it to be a super dark green. Just along the edge, and it's not perfect. That's okay. Okay, so once I get that down there, then I'm gonna get my water brush and make sure the tip has a little bit of water on it. And then I'm just gonna, oops. Okay. Get on the edge. Sometimes if you don't wait very long, you can pick it up a little bit. Ah, water. Okay, try not to put too much water down there. No mistakes. Okay, just keep a little towel nearby, and if you have too much water, you can wipe it off. Okay, again, it's not going to be perfect. So, I actually meant to put one down the center too, so let's do it here before I forget. And then we'll do the edges. Okay. And now with our water brush, okay, so I'm not seeing what I put down the center right here, but that's okay. I can come back after it's dry and add a little bit. Isn't that pretty? So Heather has Tricky Tangle Tuesdays. I think it's Tricky Tangle. And this was one of them. Excuse me. And I do love going to the videos for other CZTs to see how they did something, especially when it's tricky. And this one has been tricky for me, so appreciate Heather and her mom. All right, one more. And if you have these brushes, just take your time. I know I'm going to see some outstanding varieties of this tile. All right. Okay, so next I'm going to do red. And I'm going to start on this side because I know that one's still wet, and then I'll just kind of go in that direction. And I'm going to see about doing the same thing here, as I did on the green. Okay, and then blend it in. Okay. Which is the wet one. Okay, I think the green part's looking pretty good. And I probably put my hand into the wet part and then put it down here. Not surprised. It's okay. If I were making a Christmas card, I would definitely try to be more careful. Okay. Let's blend that. Now, I don't speed up my videos. I know this is repetitious. And if you're new to my channel, I welcome you to speed it up or slow it down as needed. Isn't that pretty? I love how that looks. Okay. And I don't put music because for me it's just so distracting. Instead, you just get to listen to me talk. Okay. Oops. Slow down. All right, one more. I do have watercolor pencils also. I have way too many supplies. I guarantee that. But that's 6 years of accumulation. Oops. I know that looks orange, but it is red. Put the lids on. All right. Okay. Lost my green lid. Okay. One of the things I'm going to do with the pink is see these spots here that I didn't get very close. Just going to fix those. Okay, down here. That's red there, but I'm going to touch it with that anyway. Okay, another thing I want to do is, again, inspired by Heather's video, and I saw where some people had extended this a little bit and decorated it. So, what if? How about that? Okay. Okay, just a simple little spiral coming up. Okay. My other little what if we use a gold jelly roll for these? I don't know how it's gonna look, but since we're kind of making a poinsettia, I don't know if you can even tell that it's gold. Okay. I don't know what to think. I'm going to take the green and put green here. Again, just what if. Have fun with it. Draw until you're happy. And then share it for Christmas. We can make a Christmas card, a gift tag, whatever you would like to do. Okay. Pretty simple. Again, this was just well, who? This is, today's the 6th. Is that right? Yes. So 11, 6, 25. And this is GratitangleZ Day 6 with well, who? Okay, let's add our chop. All right, very simple monotangle. I hope you enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing what you do. Thank you so much, my friends. If you liked this, please hit the like button, leave comments, share with friends, and more than anything, come back again. I love you all. Bye.